Hey guys, so in this last example, I want us to create a frequency table with 5 classes, including class limits, class boundaries, midpoints, tallies, frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency. So this is more of like a complete problem. Remember, in a test, I might also make you draw a histogram or an ogive, but we're just going to do the frequency table. So the first thing I need to find is my class width. That's going to be my highest minus my lowest divided by the number of classes. So the highest value that I see here is 20. And the lowest value that I see is 5. And I wanted 5 classes, so I'll divide by 5. So that's 20 minus 5, which is 15, divided by 5, which is 3. But remember, we always round up to the next whole number. So now what I'm going to do is start my table. This is going to be class limits. So remember, this is the part that changes up a little bit as well. So I start with my lowest value, which in this case is 5. Now my class width is 4. So I'm going to do 5 plus 4, which is 9. That's going to be the beginning of my next class. 1 less than 9 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13, the beginning of my next class. 1 less than that means that this one ends at 12. 13 plus 4 is the beginning of my next class, 17. 1 less than 17 means that this one ends at 16. And then 17 plus 4 is 21, the beginning of my next class. 1 less than that is the end of this one, 20. Now remember, now I just need the end of this 5th class. So 21 plus 4 is 25. 1 less than that is 24. So now I am breaking this up into 5 classes. So now that I have my class limits, I'm going to do the boundaries. That's exactly the same as before. Subtracting 0.5, adding 0.5. So this would be 4.5 to 8.5. Subtracting 0.5, 8.5 to 12.5. 12.5 to 16.5. 16.5 to 20.5. And 20.5 to 24.5. So now I need my midpoints. Those do not change at all. So for my first midpoint, 5 plus 8 divided by 2, 6.5. 9 plus 12 divided by 2, 10.5. Let's do it here. 13 plus 16 divided by 2, 14.5. 17 plus 20 divided by 2, 18.5. And then 21 plus 24 divided by 2, 22.5. So now that I have my class limits using my new values or my new method, using my new class width, now I can do my tally. So let's see. 5 is in my first class. 20 is in my 4th class. 9 is in my 2nd class. 7 is in my 1st class. 8 in my 1st class. 11 is in my 2nd class. 13 is in my 3rd class. 20 is in my 4th class. 14 is in my 3rd class. 7 is in my 1st class. 8 is in my 1st class. 12 is in my 2nd class. 13 is in my 3rd class. 12 is in my 2nd class. 6 is in my 1st class. 9 is in my 2nd class. 16 is in my 3rd class. 17, fourth class. 9 is in my second class. 5 is in my first class. 8 is in my first class. And 10 is in my second. So now that I have my tallies, I can do my frequency, which is just these sums. This is 8, this is 7, this is 4, this is 3, and this has 0. Now my relative frequency is F divided by N. N should be the total of this column. 8 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3. There are 22 values. So for this relative frequency, 8 divided by 22 is 0.36. 7 divided by 22, 0.32. 4 divided by 22, 0.18. 3 divided by 22, 0.14. And then 0 divided by 22, 0. So now my cumulative frequency is adding each sum. So this one is 8. This one's 8 plus 7, which is 15. 15 plus 4, which is 19. 19 plus 3, which is 22. And 22 plus 0, which is 22. Now from all these values, I could then draw a histogram, a relative frequency histogram, or an ogive. So you'll practice that in class tomorrow on your 2.1 worksheet.